Hello friends, I am back today with another video, and today I built a house where every single room is a different Animal Crossing villager. I've been talking about how much I love Animal Crossing for a few weeks now. It's kind of taken over my life. I love this game, it's so much fun. So I thought, why not combine The Sims and Animal Crossing a little bit, and then we can have everything I've ever dreamed of, which is this house. I'll tell you right now, you probably don't really want to download this because it's not that pretty. The outside is not the best I've ever done. I didn't really put any effort into the outside, I'm not gonna lie. I like the shape, but I don't think it necessarily looks that good in the end because I really just didn't feel like putting in the effort for the outside. Because for this build, I just wanted the inside to be fun. So I didn't want to like pick any villagers because that would be too stressful for me. So I just chose to use the villagers that are currently on my Animal Crossing island. So that is, let me think which rooms are who. That will make it easier for me. Okay, so we have Fauna for the study. We have Stitches for the living room. We have Marshall for the kitchen. We have Diana for the dining room. We have Ankha for the bathroom. And then we have Ribbot, Pate, Megan, and Agnes for the bedrooms. So if you don't play Animal Crossing, I'm very sorry. That probably said absolutely nothing to you. But I will try to remember when editing this to put at least a picture of the villager or their house or maybe both when I'm doing the room at least once. But I don't know. I thought this would be really fun. I was gonna build like a tiny home for every villager and then like it could be like a little bit of a series. I might still do that, but I started it and then I was really unsure what to do with it, so I didn't ended up like continuing the build. I started that a few days ago and I like did the outside and I was like, this doesn't even look anything like the house because we don't have like the doors, the proportions are wrong. Like the house looks really small from the outside and then the inside is like a big square. Like it really just doesn't make a lot of sense, which fair enough, it's Animal Crossing, but it was really hard to recreate in The Sims 4. So I might come back to it and just do like little houses inspired by their houses. But like trying to recreate their actual houses is pretty much impossible. So I don't know. I'll just do my best and I hope that this is fun. I think I started with Fauna's study. I love Fauna. Fauna is our newest villager. We hunted for her a few weeks ago. We didn't hunt specifically for Fauna. We just found Fauna in like, I don't know, like 20 tickets. It was kind of strange. I was like, oh my God, I love you. She's one of my favorites. I love the normal villagers because they're so nice. Animal Crossing, if you didn't know, it has villager types. And like that changes how they like talk to you and how they act and stuff. Fauna is a normal villager. She's lovely. She's so nice. I looked on like Animal Crossing Wiki and stuff for all of the rooms I did, and it said that Fauna wanted to be a teacher and that she's like really smart and stuff, and I see her like reading all the time, so I was like, okay, she can have the study, it'll be perfect. Her house is like a brick wall and like a fancy clock, so I like put all that stuff in. I don't know, I'm trying to put some like things from their rooms in the houses without it like looking like it's an exact copy. I don't know. I just thought this would be fun. I really like Fauna. I like studies. I like the vibe of this whole room. I think it's very nice. Like I would probably put this in a normal build I would build, like not Animal Crossing related. So I think that that's a good sign. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute. I really like Fauna. She's very nice. I got very excited when I found her. Also, speaking of villager hunting, I'm villager hunting this Sunday, probably 8 p.m. Like European time, Central European time. So if you want to watch, I would love that. I'm very excited. I don't know who we're gonna hunt for just yet because I haven't made a list yet, but I think I'll choose about 5 villagers and then we'll see which one we find first. So far I've done 2 villager hunts and I've never found any of the people for my villager hunts. Like I never really had like a specific one in mind to like look for, so I always just like found one that I liked and then I was like, oh, I'll take this one. So I don't know. I want to make a list this time. But the next room is Ribbot. Ribbot is like a robot frog thing. He was one of my starting villagers. I kind of want him to leave the island. No offense, Ribbot, you're kind of fun, but also he's a jock, which is why he has like his little gym equipment. But I don't really like him. He's kind of strange. He also calls me Vitamin L, which makes me feel like he's calling me a loser. I don't think he does that on purpose, but it's still kind of mean. But I gave Ribbot a little, like, I don't know, like a workout room. I gave him some mirrors so that he can look at himself because he loves his muscles. He's obsessed with it. He talks about them all the time, even though he's like a tiny little frog. Then I also gave him a bunch of like space related stuff because on the wiki it said that he wants to be an astronaut, which I did not know that. I really don't know that much about Animal Crossing. I'm really like behind on all the lore and stuff. So this was kind of fun. I learned a lot about my villagers this way, but I don't know. I looked at what his house looked like in the older games and they're all just like moons and like they have massive rockets in the middle. A rocket did not fit in this room, so I couldn't put one. I would have if I had the chance or the space, but there was no way I was going to fit a rocket in. So there is a rocket school project if you feel like doing that. Then there would be a rocket in the room, I guess. Then the next room, I think, is Stitch's living room. So I wasn't sure who I wanted to make the living room because the living room is like the big room in the house, and I was like, I want this room to be like the cool one. But like with the villagers I had in mind that I didn't have a room picked for yet, I was like, I don't know if I can make anything fun with these. And then I was like, I was gonna make a playroom for Stitches, right? Because Stitches is a little lazy villager. He's like basically a small child. His house is all colorful in the older games. It's not as much in the new game, but he's like a little colorful bundle of joy. Anyway, I was like, what if we make him the living room? I know that's like a little bit horrendous because he's so obnoxiously colorful and it's so ugly, but I really like it. I'm like very excited about the living room. It's very nice. It has a slide because I saw that in the older houses from older games, there was a slide in his house. I have a toy box with crayons because he talks about how he loves crayons all the time. It's very exciting. I really like this room. It makes me very happy. Everything's very bright. Stitches is one of our first villagers. He was, I think, the third one to show up to the island. I was very excited. It brought me a lot of joy. Stitches is beautiful. People love Stitches. So I'm very excited we have Stitches. He makes me very happy. He just kind of runs around and acts like a little weirdo, but I really enjoyed making this room. It's probably one of my favorites. I think it's really fun. So while this room is like kind of ugly, it is ugly in like a good way. In my opinion, like this is something Stitches would love. I have like the rainbow butterflies on the wall. I don't know. I think it's perfect. I'm very excited. The next room I built was Ankha's bathroom. I'm really hoping that the voiceover lines up right, by the way, because I'm just talking as it goes. But Ankha is like a little Egyptian cat. She's beautiful. My girlfriend is obsessed with Ankha, but she has a golden toilet in her house. So what would be better than making her a gold bathroom with the Get Famous stuff? I wasn't really sure because I was like, I don't think we have a lot of like Egyptian stuff. Like, how am I going to do this? And then my girlfriend was like, make a bathroom. And I was like, you're a genius. So I made her a little bathroom. I think it's very cute. I like it a lot. I don't really get the chance to use that kind of stuff very often. So it makes me happy when I have a reason to use something stupid in my builds. Then next is the kitchen, which I chose Marshall. Marshall's a little squirrel. He's very nice. People love Marshall very much. He was our first campsite villager. But Marshall has like a little cafe inside of his house, like with coffee and stuff. I don't know. In my head, he's like obsessed with coffee, makes his own coffee in like a fancy coffee machine every single day. So I gave him like a fancy kitchen with like the same kind of style as his house. And then I also put like the fancy coffee machine from Get Together. And I also put a piano. This might be a little bit confusing, but he has a piano in his house. And I was like, I have some space to fill. So what if I just put a piano in the kitchen. Look, there's not that much to do in this house. There's a lot of like random junk, but I don't think there's actually a lot of like things your Sims can actually do. I guess the like study is functional and like it has all that kind of stuff, but we could always use some more skill objects. So a piano in the kitchen isn't necessarily the worst idea. It would be a little bit weird in real life, but that's fine. It's like far away enough from all the food that it's probably gonna be fine. And then for the dining room, I made it like for Diana. Diana is a beautiful deer. She's like white and pink. She was the one we got from the first villager hunt we did. Her house is like beautiful and like shells and pearls, and it's amazing. But I chose this room because I was like, we have the shell chairs from what's it called, from City Living. But then I found out those shell chairs, they don't slot to tables. They're like living chairs, they're not dining chairs. So I had to like really change my plan a little bit. I think it still like matches her vibe, but I think this room could have been better. I just didn't really know what to do because we didn't have a lot of stuff that matches like Diana's vibe, and I was kind of disappointed. I was really hoping I could use the shell chairs, so I end up putting one of the shell chairs like in the corner of the room. But I don't know, I really thought this room would be nicer. But I guess it doesn't really matter, like it's not that big of a deal. I don't know, I just had higher hopes. I really thought we had more like pearly shell marble looking stuff, but we really didn't. So this room kind of matches Ankha's with the like gold stuff from Get Famous, but like Ankha and Diana are both snooty villagers, like they're the same villager type, so I guess it makes sense that their rooms are like a little bit similar in vibes. I don't know, I like them a lot. Diana is like the little grandma on the island. She does not look like a grandma, but the way she talks to me makes me feel like I'm her grandchild. She's so lovely. She's not been mean to me yet. Snooty villagers definitely could be mean, but she's not been mean to me yet. She's been so nice. She always wears her little reading glasses. It makes me very happy. I love Diana. She's such a pretty villager. She's so cool. I love all of my villagers. The next room I did was Megan's room. This room is a little bit obnoxious and a little bit weird, but this one looks the most like the room that she actually has. She has like honeycomb walls, which we don't have honeycomb walls, but I put bright yellow walls instead, and then I put some like honeycomb shelves from, I think it's kids' room stuff, I'm not sure. And then she also has like a pink dresser. She for some reason has a beehive, so I gave her a beehive. I don't know how safe that is inside of your house, but she can have one. That's okay with me. If she wants a beehive, she can have a beehive. But apparently she really likes bees. I didn't even know her house looked like this because Megan, again, was one of my starter villagers. And the first 5 villagers don't have their like normal inside of the house. So I was looking at all the houses on like the Animal Crossing wiki today to like build this. And then I was like, wow, I had no idea that the villagers' houses looked like this. I've never seen, because I had the 5 first villagers were Agnes, Pate, Ribbot, Megan. Who am I forgetting? What's wrong with me? Oh, Stitches. I said Stitches before. So I don't know what their houses normally look like. They look very different for me. So I think it's very cute that I can see their little houses on the website. They look very nice. Next is Agnes's room. Agnes has a lot of weird stuff going on in her room. I didn't know this because, again, I didn't know what her house looked like on the inside, but she has a cat tree, even though she's a pig. She also has cat bowls, even though she's a pig. She has a little terrarium, so I put the little cow plants, which I thought was kind of cute. Normally, she has a massive rose bed in the middle of her room, but I just put a rose rug because we don't have a rose bed. She also has a TV on her wall, so she's got a lot of stuff going on. Love that for you, Agnes. But this room, I feel like it had more stuff I could easily recreate in The Sims, because there's a lot of object in Animal Crossing that you just don't really have in The Sims 4. Also the other way around, but like right now it's important that I have this stuff from Animal Crossing. And there's a lot of stuff that there is in Animal Crossing that we just don't really have. At least there's nothing that like looks super similar. But I feel like there was a lot of stuff for Agnes's room that was like kind of easy to figure out. So that was really good. And then the last room is Pate's room. Pate's room, looks completely different than I thought it would. I'd never seen it. So for me, Pate's room is like kind of pastel colors, looks very cute. But her normal room is like a bluish subway tile, and then a bunch of like what kind of feels like island living furniture. I don't know. It looked kind of fun though. I'm not judging her. I really like it. It's just, I like it, the house that she has on my island. I think it looks cute that way. But I also gave her an archaeology table because apparently she really likes archaeology. So I found that out on the Animal Crossing wiki. I did not know that. I don't know how I'm supposed to know that, but I thought it was cute. So I gave her an archaeology table. But she doesn't really have any wall decorations in her normal house, so I didn't really know what to go off of. So that's why it might look a little bit empty. I don't know. I ended up also making the hallways for Stitches because there was an archway, and then I was like, I don't know. I don't have any villagers left to put in the hallway. So I just put like the floor from Stitches' house. I didn't really do that much to the outside of this house. Looking at it now, I feel like I should have. But I was like, no one's going to play in this house because it's really odd and probably very expensive with all of like Ankha's furniture and stuff in it. So I don't think anyone's going to want to play in it anyway, so I didn't really care about making it like look nice from any other angle than the front. And even from the front, it doesn't look that nice. But it's about the inside. This build is completely about the inside. We don't really care about the outside. So I put some plants in the front for like some landscaping, but that's it. Also, I was going to put stairs in the back, and it wouldn't let me place them. So that's when I fully gave up on giving it a backyard. I was going to put a backyard, and then I didn't want to anymore. So thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. You're all very nice to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite Animal Crossing villagers are, because I love Animal Crossing. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye.